This is Scott Beck with the Becker Private Equity Business Podcast. Thank you for listening. We bring you regularly short business episodes, short private equity episodes, as well as interviews with brilliant business and private equity colleagues. Today's subject is 18 quick notes. First, the markets had a wildly up and down last week and ultimately stabilized by the end of the week to not be too down for the week, a fascinating week. Second, today the market points up. We'll see if that holds throughout the day. It's Monday, August 12th. Third, in Yahoo Finance, last week the S&P 500 saw its worst and best single-day performances of the year. So the biggest ups, the biggest downs. That kind of volatility is usually challenging and portends longer-term challenges. Fourth, a tale of two cities. And bear with me on this. Grindr is up 32% year to date. Bumble is down nearly 60% year to date. When I say that Grindr is up, there's no pun intended. So many ideas to write on in this differentiation between Grindr and Bumble, but so few pass the filter test, so we won't do so. Fifth, the private credit firms doubling down on consumer debt, some concerns that might cause some trouble in the long run. Sixth, Intel Corp down 61% year to date. Its stock dropped another several percent on Friday. Tesla is again back down to 20% year to date. Apple up 12% year to date, the number one market cap stock again. Ninth, just a general reminder, the game is timing the market long term, not trying to time the market. The other follow-up note to that is don't borrow to invest in stocks. 10th story, or a quick note today, Amazon, which is one of the very few stocks I individually own, is down over 16% over the last month. I generally stick to index funds. This is another reminder that actually picking stocks is very, very challenging. I'm better off just sticking to the index funds I usually stick to. 12th, EV maker Rivian, electric vehicle maker Rivian, is down now 41% year to date, still taking it on the chin. It was down another 5% on Friday. 13th, we recorded the audiobook, The Entrepreneur's Edge, on Friday. Thank you, Jeremy Corr, how to build, grow, and manage a business. Four of the lessons I'll take from recording that book. When you record your own book, there are parts of the book that you like, there's parts you don't like, and it really gives you a chance to look at it. Second, when you look at these authors that are serial authors and successful at it, you could see the effort it takes to really write a good book and get better and better at it. I'm pleased with this first book, but certainly is not going to win any, awards as a book, at least not any real awards as a book, but a great learning experience. Third, recording straight through for 5 to 6 hours straight is less fun than you might think. And I can't even imagine for my producer listening to me how boring that must be. Fourth, to do a better job of this, you'd actually have to do it again and again, like Herb Brooks talks about in Miracle on Ice, again and again, because you get better and better the more runs you go through, but there's only so many runs I can force my producer and myself to go through. All right, 14th, Doximity jumped 38% Friday on improving earnings and revenues. 15th, Expedia, regardless how hard it is to get their customer service, jumped another 10% Friday. It's still down 16% year to date. 16th, AMN Healthcare, the staffing plus firm, dropped more than 6% Friday. It did beat its earnings estimate, but its margins fell. 17th, Lyft is now down 35% year to date. The 18th note I'll make really quickly is that between Becker's Healthcare and Becker Private Equity, we're now at 20 million plus downloads. So that's a real feat we're very excited about, and thank you for listening. Finally, I guess a special shout out to Jess Cole, who delivered her 5th child this week. Simply amazing. My partner, CEO, the best in the business. God bless you, Jessica Cole, with number 5. Amazing. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Thank you very, very much for joining us.